Good morning, everybody. Subby down here at Baumgart's Weather Center. Man, we have a lot to talk about here. We have a very active next 10 days, and of course, we are heading into Thanksgiving week and one of the most travel times of the year. So, definitely want to keep you guys updated as we go through the week. We have rain, thunderstorms, colder temperatures, maybe even seeing a flake fly around the area at some point in time. So, lots to talk about. Let's start with this morning. We do have some patchy fog, some sprinkles, a couple light rain showers out there. All of this is streaming up from the southwest, associated with the low that's currently down in the Oklahoma, Texas panhandle. And that's going to be really the rule of thumb for today. We're going to see off and on showers, maybe even a thunderstorm as we go into this afternoon. I don't think this is going to be anywhere like what we saw at the tail end of last week where we picked up inch and a half of rainfall. I think we could pick up a quarter inch, maybe in some cases a half inch for some of you around west central Missouri, but it's going to be mainly light rain showers off and on throughout the entire day. So let's jump over to and take a look at the American model, the GFS, and let's take you through time a little bit. And of course, this right here is what you're seeing, all this moisture being streamed up from the southwest today and this evening. And then that clears out. And then we have this cold front, this low pressure system that's going to be diving down into the Midwest, that is really going to drop our temperatures overnight on Tuesday into Wednesday. And that's going to push us back to highs in the 40s for Wednesday and Thursday, but we should mainly remain dry. Now, there could be, if you are heading south, say down in Springfield into Arkansas, Oklahoma, you could run into a snow shower as we go into Thanksgiving evening, but pretty much going to remain dry throughout the region for Wednesday and Thursday. And then we see the battle of the air masses. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the European model here in just a second. Shows kind of a similar story. Now, we are talking Friday afternoon, Black Friday afternoon around 2, 3 o'clock. We do have a freeze line, the 540 line, close, kind of split Missouri in half. Now, some of the models are showing potential for some frozen precipitation on Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Historical data, as well as what the models are showing, borderline. I'm not overly concerned, but we will likely see at least some liquid precipitation as we go into Saturday and this Saturday and Sunday, and we just have scattered rain showers. It's going to be cooler in the 40s. It's going to be kind of ucky as we go into the weekend. And then we kind of reload again for Monday and Tuesday. And then later on in the week, say Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have another storm system that's going to affect us that does have that potential, if it tracks just a little bit further south, of another possibility of seeing some snow. So this is a very active next 10 days that we have coming up. And, for the most part, we're kind of getting through this weekend, get through Sunday, and everybody's going to be out traveling. And then we're really going to be kind of focusing on the next two storm systems coming in Monday, Tuesday, and again Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week for the potential. These are the type of systems that historically they are not going to produce much, but we are right on the dividing line where if that low tracks just a little bit further south, draws in a little bit colder air, we're going to be 3, 4 degrees away from a potential impactful winter storm. So we are keeping a very close eye on it, and I will continue to update you guys. Let's take a look at the European model. And again, this we're going to start off with today. And of course, you see those showers and thunderstorms up here into west central Missouri and pretty much the entire state of Missouri. And remember, we're not expecting no severe weather, no hail, no tornadoes, no strong winds, just a garden variety thunderstorm if you should happen to hear a clap of thunder. And then we go into Wednesday and Thursday, and of course, it draws that colder temperature down here to the Four Corner State, down around Joplin, down through Springfield, Neosho, but it stays dry for Wednesday and Thursday on the European, and then we go into Friday, and now this one tracks the low just a little bit further south by around 100 miles, and that brings a little potential to see some frozen precip, maybe sleet, maybe some light snow in parts of northwest Missouri, central Missouri, west central Missouri as well, maybe some frozen precip. And this time frame right now is about 9 o'clock on Friday night. So anybody with travel plans Friday afternoon, Friday night into Saturday morning need to be paying close attention to the updates as we get closer. Now, again, don't get modelitis. We're still 4 or 5 days away from this. So things are going to change. But one thing for sure, we take a look for trending. And the trends right now is precipitation falling, which is going to hamper travel, regardless if it's liquid or if it's frozen. And that we're going to see much colder temperatures as we head into Thanksgiving and into the weekend. So definitely something we need to keep very close attention to as we go through the week. And again, I will continue to update you guys as we go through the week, and to where you guys can kind of finalize your plans to get safely to the family for the holidays, for the kiddos be coming back from college. We'll try to have everything pretty much ironed out as we get closer to Thanksgiving. Now, this is those of you that might be traveling northward, say up northwest Missouri, Maryville, Iowa, maybe into Nebraska, maybe a little bit further north. So the American model, this is going to be the European AI model when we talk about snowfall. Now, as we go through Saturday, it is showing the European model with AI is showing some frozen precipitation from northwest Missouri all the way down to near Springfield, 1 to 2 inches. And then as you go into northern Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, up into Minnesota, obviously a winter storm taking shape up there. Now, based on all the data, historical as well as climate data, this I think is overshooting it just quite a bit. We take a look at the GFS, which is the American model during this same time period, and we see a little bit of a swath of, a dusting to an inch or two up here in northwest Missouri into Iowa, northeast Missouri. So if you are traveling north, then, and again, you need to be paying attention to what the updates on the forecast is going to be like, because we could have some winter impacts on the roadways as we go into the end of the weekend, maybe on your drive home. So definitely want to keep up with the updates right here on our social media pages, as well as Subby's Weather Talk, and we'll try to keep you informed, answer any questions you guys might have as we lead into Thanksgiving Day. So put all this together. Let's just take you guys through the forecast through Friday, through this week. And again, this is going to cover traveling to and your Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, Black Friday. A lot of people's going to be out shopping on Black Friday. So let's just take a look at the week forecast. So, of course, today we have a 70% chance to see that isolated shower, maybe even a thunderstorm. We're not going to be warming up much. High of 53 degrees, overnight low of 49. Tomorrow morning, of course, this battle of the air masses we've been going through for the last week and a half. We could wake up to some foggy conditions Tuesday morning, so keep this in mind, especially if you are commuting. We're looking for a high of 61 with the sun popping back out tomorrow afternoon with the low down to 33 on Tuesday night. That's when that cold front is going to finally make its way across west central Missouri. Wednesday, we drop about 18 degrees. We're going down to 45 for the high temperature on Wednesday with partly sunny skies, low of 23 on Wednesday night. And on Thanksgiving Day, we're looking at partly sunny skies, 45 degrees for the high, low of 28. And then we come into our first storm system that's going to be affecting us for over the next 7 to 10 days. That comes in on Friday afternoon, Friday evening. 60% chance in the PM time frame. High of 45 on Friday, low of 33. So you see where these temperatures are going. They're going to be borderline, and that's definitely something we're going to have to keep watch of. Road conditions right now, as far as temperatures, are well above freezing, so that's great news. We don't have that onset of really cold, brutal temperatures ahead of this, so the road temperatures are going to be nice and warm just about the entire region. So it's going to be really hard for anything to stick to the roads, even if we do get some frozen precipitation. But nonetheless, I'm going to be watching this very closely. I know this is a little bit extended look at the forecast, but again, we're going into one of the most travel times of year right through Thanksgiving. So I want to make sure you and your family are safe out on the roads. And listen, all of my social media outlets are open. Feel free to shoot me a message. I've been answering questions all weekend long on social media through messages and through our website at subbiesweathertalk.com. Feel free to throw your questions out there. I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. If you have any questions, maybe where you're heading this Thanksgiving, what the road conditions are going to be like. We'll really have this thing narrowed down by tomorrow afternoon. All of the long-term models will be kind of thrown off to the side. We'll be looking at all short-term data, and we'll have a better grasp on what we can expect as we go through holiday weekend. So everybody have a fantastic Monday. We only got a couple more days to go before we finally get a break and spend time with our families. Have a great day, guys.